Can you do a video on why women leave good men? Why it's mainly women who are settled with a house, kids, and a good husband decide to leave it all and act like teenagers again, go from their 40s to a teenager. So it's a good point, right? There's several movies that have been made for women. You could call them divorce porn, where it's like basically it encourages women to leave good marriages, to go be on their own and chase their dream because the grass is greener on the other side of the fence, and they legitimately think that they'll do better. But what most of them find out, and when I say most, I'm going to say probably a good 80% of them, that the grass is not, unless it's really, really bad. But generally speaking, for most of them that leave good guys, they find the grass is not generally better on the other side, and they end up having regret and remorse about it. And it's why we have such high levels of antidepressants, prescribed to women over 40. I think the rate is something like 5 times higher than what men get scripted antidepressants. Alcoholism, they love their they love their wine nights with their girls, that's for sure. And then all they got to do is get those like boxes printed where it's got like eat, love, pray on it, like with big handwriting, and they have that shit all over the wall. You guys have seen this stuff, but it's it could be for a number of reasons. One of the things that pops up over and over again is that these chicks are getting married at like 20, 23, something like that, maybe too young. They get their kids out of the way. They're 38, 39 years old, like 20 years later, something like that. The kids are pretty much out of the house, or maybe they got 1 or 2 left in the house, something like that. And they just see their friends getting divorced, and they see all these shows shown to them. Sex in the City was a big one, right? 4 middle-aged women that thought that they were the cat's ass running around New York City. Sorry, not running around, slamming their way around New York City. You've seen it 100 times, and there's nothing that you can do about it. Women leave marriages 8 out of 10 times. So whenever there's a divorce, it's the chick leaving the dude. Why do they do it? Because they can. They're motivated contractually in family law to benefit, to break the union. If you married a guy that's competent and making money, even if he's a dork, if he's a total beta, if he's making $250,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year, making bank, and she's not happy in the marriage, and she can take half his shit, and she's also paid handsomely monthly, and she's also got child support if they've got kids together. Very, very well looked after women, in fact. You go to the gym and you see them there during the day in their 40s, and they show up in a Range Rover. They got all the work done, but they're old. Like, guys don't look at them the same way that they look at a chick that's 20 years younger. They just don't. There's nothing you're never going to get away from that. So it's somewhat of a delusion. Some of them do get upgrades. Some of them leave like a total loser, or maybe they were the breadwinner and it cost them some money to get out of the marriage. But for the most part, that's how it rolls. It's a fact of reality, man. That's why when guys are like, I would like to get married. Okay, well, do you know what can potentially happen if you try to untie that knot? Why don't before you go and decide like, oh, I want to go get married, why don't you go sit in family court for an afternoon? Just take an afternoon off, pack yourself a few snacks, go down to the family courtroom and just sit at the back row and just watch how guys get treated through the system before you go running out there, marching into the slaughterhouse with your eyes closed. At least march into it, with your eyes wide open, and move to a state that's friendlier to fathers. I had a cast done at the start of the year. I can't remember which episode on the Unplugged Alpha, but go back to January. And there was a guy on that was an expert on defining which states are friendlier towards fathers. Texas, Arizona, Tennessee, Florida. I think Tennessee was the top one, where basically it's default 50-50. But if you're going to get married, you need to plan for stuff like that, especially if you live in the U.S. I mean, why would you live in a state that's going to bend you over and destroy your life when you can probably drive 5 hours away to another state, probably get a lower tax rate, more freedoms, and a friendlier environment for dads? You get my point anyway. Let's grab the super chat real quick. A friend of mine had a girlfriend that tried to seduce me, and when I said no to her, she told him that I was trying to seduce her, and the dude tried to invade my house and kill me with a knife. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend, but women lie. Hoes lie, man. 304s just do that. It's not my fault. Tiago did it. That's not true. And of course, you know, the boyfriend will go chasing you down. Optimizing the single man's life. That would be an interesting topic. An interesting detail. I was dating her sister. Yeah. Date her sister. Absolutely. Why not? Hey guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that short clip. If you did, consider supporting the creation of content by checking out my supplement line. Pinned in the top comment below of this video in the comments, there's a link to the unpluggedalpha.com/shop. When you click through, you'll be able to land over here, and the entire lineup is broken down by category that it performs best in: estrogen metabolism, fat burning, your foundational essentials for health, immune health, performance, and testosterone support. If you check out with coupon code ALPHA10, you'll get 10% off on your first order. There's also the option to use the subscribe and save model, where regular shipments will be sent over to you on a regular basis, and that gives you a little bit of a discount, and your supplement facts are always broken down over here. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And again, check out that link. It's pinned in the top comment below in this video. Peace out.